Om Ganganapate Namaha, Sri Gurubhyo Namaha, hariom. Friends, the topic sought to be reveled upon is Raja Vidya, Raja Guhya. This is what is one aphorism from our Bhagavad Gita. So the Lord, the Raja, it is a royal wisdom and royal knowledge and royal secret, guhya. Then just what our holy masters have already shared about it, the profundity it is being shared. Now, now we are connected to vidya from our mundane parlance. This is vidya. This vidya is time space. It is three-dimensional. It is microbound. It is subject to change. It is confined to time, space, and a deed, and names and forms, and to a state, vague state. This kind of a thing. And as we, yeah, this vidya means whatever our mundane qualifications, mundane, we are enriching academically. All these are assuring us the livelihood and thing, but it is not addressing the actually urge of a being. The urge of a being is immortality and total happiness, uninterrupted happiness, and then peace, contentment, and happiness. These are the thing, but it is evidently in everybody's life. These are actually evaded. In spite of all things, there is some kind of a discontentment, like a fish out of water. How it would be? It is missing had it been in water, because this is a limited, dependent domain, and it is Shatvikara. It is born, existing, growing, changing, and deterioration and demise. This domain is what is the domain with which one is connected. The Raja Vidya, this is like a fish intended to be on the plain. No doubt it is required for survival, but the real thing which will quench the need of the being has been that Raja Vidya. Raja Vidya is and secret, royal. It is a royal wisdom, royal secret. Now, that is unlimited infinitude, immortality, bliss. That is changeless. The attributes of all are inverse of the known realms vidya with which we are associated. So vis-a-vis it has to be coined as a poor, poor or thing, vidya. Now how? Because the being requirements. You given a piece of paper, yes, he want to be conquer death, he want to have all happy. Now this Raja Vidya means Vidya pursuit relevant to this unlimited, infinite. This is like for fish context, we can say Vidya means it is able to trace back to the ocean. So that gives the infinite thing. That's why this our great saint Vemana says, చదివి చదివి చావంగనేటికి చావు లేని చదువు చావాలి చావనేమి అంటే వాట్ ఈస్ ది పాయింట్ ఆఫ్ సో మచ్ ఆఫ్ ఎన్రిచ్మెంట్ ఆఫ్ ది knowledge of the material sciences which cannot save one from death, mortality. That is the really great. However, we are knowledgeable the materialistically. It is like that now. However, enrichment the fish is outside water. It is it bringing? There is some deficiency, lacuna. So that way, it is. However, one may try now for one may be good, bad, what not, all those things. But the mortality is one thing. The change, which is not acceptable to the being, and it is not addressing his requirement. His query is he want a full accomplishment, fulfillment, and they are denied. And then it is something like that, a plane which is confined to planes and it is happy. But if it is Raja Vidya means for a plane, it is to be airborne. So it is like a caterpillar. Raja Vidya means it should evolve to a butterfly. Now otherwise it is bound to lower planes, crawling and eating the clay or mundane. Now this is very much presented with a lot of examples in our thing. Our Kathopanishad also say Pratyanmukam Paranmukam. Paranmukam means this poor, this what is the contrast of the Raja Vidya. It is Nachiketa was offered so many lured, but he always says, what not, all entire things one can imagine, even dream, those things were assured, but he said all these are carrying the tag of mortality. So what is mortal is non-Raja Vidya, what is immortal is Raja Vidya. So that is feasible for a human being. For it is like they are like automobile. The non-automobile means it is only confined to the planes. Human being is with viveka is like aircraft. It is Raja Vidya means it should go up to the higher realms, and that instruction is all nicely given. It is only the idea how the other Vidya is not being tapped. Those who tap and those who with effort, that is pratyanmukha, means it is turning to oneself, and then we are making the choice varenyam. Now one has to the same intellect which is viveka, which is intellect in the domain, worldly domain, because Sri Ramakrishna says no God, and then that means Raja Vidya, then conduct in the world, then there is no issue. But the vice versa, one would perish like a silkworm. So that is the limitation of because God has said Dukkhalayam Ashashvatam. This uh, poor Vidya, non-Raja Vidya, it is Dukkhalayam Ashashvatam. Anityam Asukham Imam Lokam. And that Lakshmi Karavalamba also full of all the things, the mundane sciences, all that it is equal to a great. So it is like a in jail inmate life or a patient in a hospital. Though we may say how are you, all fine, but it is only for sake of vyavaharika. But the everybody's real disposition is within. That Raja Vidya alone gives that peace, contentment, and the infinity. That is what is thinking. Now, see, let us take few examples of the from our thing. Who made a choice of that Raja Vidya, who had taken, they made a choice. Like Duryodhana, he opted for Narayan Sena. That is actually the. That in a way Raja Vidya is, we can say, Para Vidya. Whatever is inverse is Apara. Means Apara also owes to Para. Means it's a reflection. It is in a different form. Yeah, it only inherits the existence. It misses the bliss, the kalayam. Bliss component. It is dukhalayam, abode of thing. So that apara. Now Narayana Sena, that Duryodhana, he opts, we have seen. Similar way, all the demons also, all the people. It is not only demons; those who are good also. But there is a, if they won't make a resolve. Now good and bad also, like that. A plane operating menacingly on the road. Actually, this is a wrong person. A plain disciplined way following traffic rules. So this is a good, but this good person also, he has a deeper underusing the aircraft, because it is meant for flying. That kind of a thing. Actually, this apara, what we have seen, Raja Vidya, if we say para, apara is a thing. So it is apara is not that it has got anybody. It is also held by. It is the following. It is a trailing. If that is Savita, this is it is following derivatives of Savita, or it follows the thing like a film reel and source light derivative. That's why the Tamayava Bhantam Anubhati Sarvam. So everything apara is Raja Vidya is like we are comprehending to the light, and Apara Vidya is like the derivatives of the light. Bhati, if you are connecting to Shakti, fine. If you are connecting to Shakti at physical state, bodies and elements, if you are connecting to light, fine. Raja Vidya, if you are connecting to the derivative of the light, if you are caught up, the being also, if he is connecting to his jnana, he is infinite. He is projecting as an entity, that is, he is limited thing. That is, so many analogies we can. Bimba and Pratibimba. So Pratibimba doesn't have the knowledge. Suppose somebody looks at a mirror, it is very much he, this, but he doesn't have the knowledge. So this is what is that varanyam means. One has to make a choice, like a bride making a choice. Varanyam, it is apara or para. Para means Rajavidya, and apara means other than Rajavidya, mundane sciences. So this varanyam, this is very much. So Gayatri Mantra also glorifies. Uh, so I made a choice of that eternal principle, which is to which entire thing owes, the three worlds. I have made a choice. So my vara means my groom is that Savita, means that Jnana Prakasha Shakti, not its formation Sapara. So, and that Mrityunjaya mantra also, that creeper and cucumber. Cucumber is the individual who is otherwise infatuated with the creeper, means in all known domain. That is what is apara. So here it helps it to break a knot from the limited, from the mortal. So that is a thing. It is like somebody, this Raja Vidya means something like somebody, we are ocean and caught up in waves. Waves, there is a tossing and apara. So this is what is the thing. Actually, it is only one God. It is not. Non-God, nothing else. Then how is that the person is unable to make a choice distinctly and rescue himself from pursuing the tracks of the apara, and unable to, he is bound because the drag is more. This is due to the program is stronger here, the neuropaths. So the people, he is separated from the jnana. Jnana is immediately, and he has separated. There are three separations happening. Jnana immediate expression is he, I am, and jnana prakasha derivatives through mind are feelings or bhavanas, and that bhavanas are separated from the bhati, second separation, and that jnana shakti, its formation solid state is physical, all gross entities. These formations are separated from the Shakti. So there is a separation happening at three realms, and this is what is making a casting a big game. This is a big. It is completely. We are dumped into the mortality, and this is what happens in dream. It is very much extended. Now, but the immediate, everybody is, why it is happening? Shobhana Dhyasa. There is one word. It means people, we see the mirage, and mirage is definitely, it is only a delusion, because everybody at the end of the, after all held whatnot, there is a despair, there is a deficiency of discontentment, which otherwise one would have got it had he opted for Raja Vidya. Means one's self-knowledge. Because this apara, these mundane things, these they are equated with these examples by our thing. It is like camel fodder. It eats, it cannot give up, but it bleeds, it gums, but still it loves. And also the dog, when it is biting the bone, it is a diluted belief that it is oozing, it has injured its gum, but it is feeling that it has come from the bone. So that kind of, and all these happiness, all these also are also terribly linked, terribly carry the tag of insecurity, uncertainty, unpredictability, completely caught unaware the being, and his today once this upper domain, so many body has to be okay, everything should be okay. That is non-feasible. It is governed by change, a lot of uncertainties. So these are all the limitations of Apara Vidya. So this Thing is, it is happening, it calls for a viveka to embark on this one, because viveka, buddhi, is ability to learn and ability to decide. But the third faculty that animals also are having, but the third faculty of viveka, what I am doing right or wrong, and is it mortal or immortal, nitya anitya viveka. So with that viveka, we have to awaken, we have to trace to our thing, because all these are, this is, otherwise it is a dependent, means paradhina, swadhina, swatantra, it is ruling like a puppeteer. Body, the mundane domain, that is ruling and making ourselves. If you see that Srinada, so our that Bhakta, great Potana, he took Raja Vidya. He had take refuge of Lord Rama and see his brother-in-law Srinada. He had connected to the thing, and that is a great. He lost his peace, happiness, and this what is our self-effort in this mundane life. It is sucking life and making one, handing it with a despair. This is what is. It is like it is not that we should not do our duties, but we should know the art of ejecting ourselves. Like Arjuna is fully aware how to get out. He can enter and exit Padma Vyuha. Padma Vyuha, that is the thing. Now Abhimanyu, the vice versa happened. He he could not. Uh, he doesn't know the art of exiting it. Now the art of, it is not that the domains of the this one anatma are wrong, but the art of enter and exit is important with viveka. It is the same. The kasturi, the deer, it's Raja Vidya. It has to trace to its navel where that kasturi is there, but it is lost. This that is Raja Vidya. Then if it is confined to the jungle, searching for the source, that is Aparavidya, this mundane sciences. Because it is compared to this mundane life, apara is that the Kalam Lord has said is like fire in the jungle. However, human efforts, it is incomplete. So only like a rain is the cure solution, as we know. The all over there are fire, big fire, and then it is the human efforts are not quenching. Similar way, the issues which are confronted with human efforts, they are not getting alleviated, and there is a despair. So the destination is that like a rain of the God, then we have to connect. That's what Arjuna Vishada also. He has got the thing. He confessed. He took a refuge of the thing. Actually, what a being jiva seeks are very much, he is clear, but he is searching in a wrong thing. It is like somebody confines to toilet and making every effort, but it is filled. It is a foul. He is surrounded. Now he has to come out. That is what is the thing. Now the body, mind, intellect, material, these are the domains subject to change, mortal, and they are agitating a person. He is lost. What he want is he can get it only through that path, because this is what is happening. He is relieved altogether only to convey this thing. The trailer of Rajavidya is something like a deep sleep. When he is relieved, then this apara is silenced. It is dormant. Not that it is non-existent, but then he is getting some peace. They can proclaim, I don't know anything. I had a very sukha. That means what is the addition of which making the person. That sukha in that state, the state of Rajavidya is if one is aware of himself, that awareness. That's the great Potana Labhaga Bhakta Mahabha, this one devotee, God enlightened thing. He says, Lokambulu Lokeshulu. Everything, when all this is folded back, that Penjikati, that is beyond the darkness, that light. Means when we fold back the wake to dream, dream to deep sleep with awareness. That is the fructification of the Raja Vidya. Now, this has to be, one has to trace from these realms to reap the gain of infinitude of the Raja Vidya. Hariom, prostrations to holy masters and Shiva Shiva, all the divine forces for sharing this submission. Hariom.